Hello. Here we are. I have too many musics in my ear right now. I hope everyone had a nice day. I hope everyone had a nice Wednesday. Hope it's been good. Hi, Nan. I had a disjointed day. Like it's been 3 days or some shit. Cause I went to sleep at a regular hour for me, let's say, and woke up really early. Like I think I got like 5 hours of sleep or something, like, which is not enough. And so I wake up and I'm like, oh, and I see the time and I'm like, this is way too early, but I can't fall back asleep. Like I don't manage to fall back asleep, and so I might have gotten less. I might have gotten like 4 hours. So I stayed kind of in bed for a while, and I went to do groceries, so at least that was good. I did some groceries. And then I spent most of the day resting because I was too tired to do anything. And then I had a nap, and I woke up from my nap an hour later, and I still had like an hour before I needed to go eat something. So I was like, I'm good, I can nap some more. So I nap again, but then I nap for 2 hours. So I was like, oopsie. So then I had to go get a quick dinner, and now I'm here. So it's been a slight roller coaster, and I hope I can sleep tonight. Because I woke up, like, usually I go to sleep at I go to eat at 7:30, like around 7:30, and I woke up. It was almost 8, so I was like, oh fuck. And sometimes I go to eat at 8 because I'm like, I have something quick to make, or I didn't see the time pass. Like that's fine. It wasn't like I'm not going to be able to eat or anything. But it was like, because I do like I need to get out of bed like now, and it takes me like a second to activate my brain when I slept. But yeah, I'm ready for puzzles. I saw that the search might be really short by the amount of time that Nan played it. And so I'm like, ooh, I was like, So in panic, just before stream, I downloaded Discolored, so if it's really short, it's not like, if like we still have more than an hour of stream, which is very likely, I'll just start Discolored afterwards. So that we have that ready. Yeah, I don't think I have much more to say. Up. Okay, give me a sec. Oh, I forgot to put the game audio. Well, I'll do that in a second. Up. Here we go. Let me just put the game audio on. Properties. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Let me put it a bit louder. Here we go. And change the stream category. So yeah, slight whirlwind of like of a day, honestly. Up. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, let's go. So I don't know anything about the game at all. It's one of the ones that, of course, Nan recommended, because Nan recommends all of the puzzle games pretty much. I just like went in the settings to check a few things and didn't do anything else. So I don't know anything about how the game is or works or whatever. I got my notebook ready in case I need it, and we'll see. But since it's really short, I'm guessing we don't need that much. But yeah, let's go. There is nothing more vast than the blank canvas. It is a place before the birth of an idea, pulled out from infinity. It is within the canvas that a search takes place. For direction. For meaning. For identity. This is too slow. I understand why they're making it so slow, but this is way too slow. When was the last time you looked into infinity? Use your cursor to hover over the click on areas and navigate through the world. The cursor is really big. It's a big guy. Click on the menu button, which is, you can't see it, but it's here. It's over here. It's over there. Save your progress, load another save, adjust the sound, or exit the journey.
What is this strange place? I don't remember how I got here. Some parts of this world are without color, and some parts are visible. But the rest of it is like a void.
Ooh.
I can almost detect there's more here. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Almost like I don't have the capacity to see. Just yet.
Okay. Pages will be added to your journal as you progress. Use this. You can't see it. You can see a little bit of it here, over there. It's a little journal. Use this button to access the journal. Okay. Okay, so it's a point and click one.
Follow the clues I've left for you. They will lead to the key that will take you out of the wasteland. I speak through words as well as symbols. Through words, you will understand with your mind. Through symbols, you understand with your heart. The invisible.
Okay. Since it was 3D, I thought it would be one when I can free move. There's a button here as well, but I don't know what it does. They haven't said yet. Oh, what's that? It's a lighter. Okay, with the search symbol. Oof, that was loud. Items you pick up will be added to your inventory. Okay, that's the inventory. Items can be used on objects in the world to open new passages. Some items can be combined with other to make new items. Okay. Let me just make the SFX a bit less loud. Here we go. God, I'm glad I went preemptively into this and put the music down, the SFX down, the speech a bit down. Speech was fine, I think so. Okay, but SFX was loud. Because God. Up. A lot of those games are so loud when you first load them up. Ooh, that's a camera, I think. An old camera. Concept. Camera. Let's see. Lighter camera. Yeah, no, I can't do anything with those. And that's a postal box with written listen on it. Ah, here we go. Ticket to the world listen. No, I don't want to use clues. You can toggle clues on and off auto setting in the menu. Oh, that's good, that's good.
I'm in a different world now. In this one I can see everything. It feels different. The colors are so vivid.
I'm not used to having like a spoken main character in those games, so I'm a bit like, what's happening every time she speaks. Okay, we got a plane. Oh, we can go on the sides, okay. Out to lunch. The little town. Can't do anything with this, okay. Closed, we will return. Go this way. That's a nice brick. We'll return. So everyone's out. And we don't know why. Oh. Oh. Paint jar filled with liquid.
When there are influences that keep you from hearing your true voice, that is the wasteland. There is a reference in these notes to the wasteland. I remember reading a lecture where Joseph Campbell spoke about the wasteland as a theme in mythology. It was a place where people believed in things they did not really believe, and did things that were against their true nature. Could this be what the notes refer to?
Maybe. Okay. 1 paintbrush, 2 paint can, 3 parchment. For paintbrush, share, paint. Oh, okay. That's where to find them. Okay, so I need to find the blue chair, to find the paintbrush, and the not bucket, but like this, to find that. Okay. Well, I'm glad someone left that here. Let's see. Here we go. Where is the paintbrush? Ah, here we go. Paintbrush. Is this one? No. Ah, it's the one over there. Here we go. Is that a canvas roll? Yes, canvas wrapped with a blue string. Okay. Where can I use them now? Haven't seen an easel anywhere. Do I just combine them in the inventory? The gate is locked. Find a way through. Yeah. Let's see. How do I combine them? Okay. Yes. Oh, it's not something I can see. Okay. I was trying to see if that was anything. Was there an easel somewhere? Pisces and I think we might have to think for. Oh, sorry, I clicked out of the game. Up, here we go. Up, here we go. Card with picture of an open cage. Listen to the voice within. Doors will open.
Birds symbolize the soul across many belief systems. Carl Jung once said, "What use now is his lofty perch and his wide horizon, when his own dear soul is languishing in prison?" Lately, this is how I've been feeling. Trapped.
You're one of those games, okay. Listen to the door. No, can't do it with this.
Listen to the voice within. Doors will open.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. There we go. Up. No. Okay. Because it's oopsie, sorry.
Listen to the voice within.
Because there's a lighter on
Doors
here.
will open.
Blue ashes. Oh, to make blue paint. That's not how. Okay. I don't think I can make it. Okay, whatever. I'm not
The
going.
process of making paint in this world seems to symbolize how ideas become reality. Ideas, or concepts, are captured through the camera, like how the mind captures ideas, and then is represented as a symbol on the picture card. Then the lighter is used to refine the idea, similar to how an idea must be transformed from its purely conceptual state
Into something that exists into the real world. I hate to say this, but if you think you have to over-explain everything because you don't think your player will get it, maybe you need to make stuff more clear. And also, this isn't the way to do it. In my humble opinion, I don't think. Okay. Oopsie. Do we paint something with this? Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so I have enough for like one dip of my brush. Okay. What can I paint? Or rather, where can I paint? God, the annoying thing is like I'm worried that she's going to say very important stuff. Oh, was that here before? That wasn't here before. Yes. Was that? Did I just not see it? I think I just maybe not saw it. Okay, that's not. It had blue paint only.
After painting on that canvas, the painting became real. It became part of the world I could step into. Painting in that passageway reminds me of an essay I once read about creating a new reality.
Oh, I clicked. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to click for the dialogue. I think I might be the worst person to play this because I'm too I'm too specific on painting stuff. So like the first thing I see is you used only blue paint for a painting that has much more than just blue paint in it. And the type of brush that you have isn't the type of brush that could have painted what you painted, because it looks like you painted what you painted with a square brush, or at least a rectangular brush. And you have a very small and like rather a big one, or like multiple sizes looks like they were used, and you only have like a very small round brush. Do we still have it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm like the worst person for this. Stop. Thank you. Oh, Napoli. I wanted to see about the. Oh. Okay, I can't see with this. See America, San Remo. San Remo is also in Italy, I think. Ah, here we go. Ticket with the word rebirth.
When was the last time you remained silent and still enough to hear the voice within? It will guide you to the key. I keep finding these notes that refer to the voice within. If I were to draw from my studies reading Carl Jung, I would say this voice within refers to the soul, the heart, or the unconscious. Jung argued that the unconscious had a profound influence on the lives of individuals. Those who ignored their unconscious ran into frustrations and suffering.
Oh, sorry. Why are we playing a first year philosophy student? It turns out of order. We have more bird cages. Oh, that's the color of the game. Nice. another round brush, but that one is red for red paint. Under construction, nice. Because we all know that you can only paint in red with... Sorry, I'm being sarcastic, I shouldn't.
Sometimes detours are necessary to move forward. Lately, my life feels like it's been going down the wrong path. It's difficult finding satisfaction with the art I'm making, and the workload is quite grueling too. It feels like I'm stuck on a treadmill that keeps going faster and faster, and it becomes harder to keep up. What if all this busyness is just a trap, distracting me from pursuing something better? Listen to the beat of your own drum. Every artist has their own cadence. Follow it.
Did they really put listen to the beat of your own drum on a note that sat on a drum? I'm sorry. This is hilarious. God. You can't make a game that pretends to be philosophical and so, because this is the energy of this, right? And so deep, and art and artists, and this teacher said that, and I read this book, but also make the most first degree, base point, obvious things about everything because you're scared that the player isn't going to get it. Writing on a note, listen to the beat of your own drum, and the note is placed on a drum, isn't some like, oh my god, that's so deep. It's very quirky.
Every artist has their own cadence.
Oh, shut up. Sorry.
Pretty much all of my creative efforts have been dictated by someone else. To have my own cadence, where would I even start? I've become so used to working with other people's ideas that I have a hard time coming up with my own. Like I just can't see them. To see with new eyes, that's such a tricky thing.
The thing is, we have, in France, we have this whole, group of public art schools that are called the Beaux-Arts. There's lots of museums that are also called that, but there's also schools. And they're kind of the only public art schools we have. There's a few others, but that's like the main group of public art schools we have. The rest of art schools that we have in France are private. So you have to pay a lot more. But to get into the schools, like the public ones, I didn't go to a public one, they are not always seen the best because some of them are really bad, for sure. And if you're not already good at making art and knowing what you want to do, you're going to learn next to nothing going there, because they basically are like, do whatever the fuck you want and then we'll grade the final project kind of thing. And they also have philosophy classes and stuff like this. This sounds like a student from that kind of school. And the thing is, the school I went to proud itself on making artists, yes, but also more specifically artisans and people that we're not superior because we do art. Art is what we do, but we're not better than everyone else because we do art, kind of thing. Whereas, and I've never been to a Beaux-Arts school, so I don't know. And I'm sure it goes from school to school with like a very different mind. This was kind of like with the premise of specifically the Paris one, which is the most well-known one. It was kind of implied that their thought on things is, we're better because we do art, and we are like so deep and so profound and all this because we do art. It was very much ingrained in us from on the art school that we went to. First of all, I hated that school, which was kind of funny to have weird beef with a school that like you never go to and you never talk. Like, it's so weird that every single fucking teacher that was there from the start had like a weird beef with that school. But it was very funny to me. But also it was kind of like this spirit of, you're not better than people that don't make like paintings or illustrations or that kind of thing. Like, you're not better than a woodworker. You're not better than someone that does art, but on a scale that's not seen as like prestigious as visual arts and that kind of thing. Not to say that was like in the meaning of you shouldn't feel superior because instead of making a chair, you're making a painting kind of thing, which I think is a good mindset to have. Like, respect manual arts as much as you respect art that are seen as more like prestigious and all that bullshit, because it isn't. At the end of the day, it isn't most prestigious. It's just, it's been seen as such, but it's not true. And like, this person gives me the energy of a student from a Beaux-Arts school. But like a first year student, or like a student that's just still in the system and like still sees in that weird like, oh, I'm kind of a pained artist, whatever. Like, and it's painful to me. Because I'm like, get off of your high horse, I'm begging you. You're not better because you did philosophy. You're not better because you're an artist. I promise you. As someone who does paint and has done some what some people could call some very pretentious art. I don't think I'm the most pretentious artist out there. I don't think I've done the most pretentious art bullshit ever, but I've done some pretentious shit. I think that comes with the job, right? You're not better. And the energy of the game so far is giving someone that went to that kind of school and made a game just out of that school. And so he's trying to make something. It's a video game. It's more than a video game. It's a reflection on art and our place as artists in the world, and feeling trapped and feeling lost as an artist, and philosophy and all of that. And so the thing is, like, it doesn't work because you're not special because you're an artist, and you're not special because you know philosophy. I'm sorry. I feel like this was a long explanation for something that's not needed that much of an explanation. But yeah. I'm guessing what's written on the boxes is what I need to be written on the tickets, so I can't. Cute. That's quite cute. Little heart in the sky. So I'm going to look around before I try to put it in the box, because I don't think it needs to go in the box. At least not that one. Listen to your heart. Ah, here we go. There's the empty one on the side. When it's coming for you, listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. Here we go. Oh, did I put it in? No. Here we go. Okay. Oh. Can I go through? No. Okay. The canvas does not fit this frame. See, is there another one around here? Okay, I see. This game really, at the same time, is really, really hardly trying to make it sound like it's like a very deep and thoughtful piece of art, but at the same time thinks it's the people that will play it will not get it and are stupid, because it's a puzzle game. You're supposed to solve puzzles. Why so far has the only puzzles I've solved mixed pigment in sorry, what's it called in English? Un lion. In the other part that does paint, to make paint and paint on the canvas. Because everything else is very explicitly explained. Okay, it's only a challenge because I have a GHD. Ooh. So if I get tools, I can open that, okay. God. Ah, sorry.
Each world yields to the power of its own color. That note indicates what I've started to notice. Each world seems to have its own color theme in the items I pick up, and each world uses a different color of paint. Blue was the primary color for the alley cafe.
No.
Red for that ornate house. And
I
green
didn't choose it,
for
by
this
the way.
foggy cliffside.
I feel like this game would be a lot more endearing and nice if they didn't have the narrator. I feel like they're really scared that without the narrator the game doesn't make sense. But I promise you, it can make sense without the narrator. What's it said on this?
Empty your cup. Clear your mind from noise and distractions, and your path will be revealed.
Here we go. Oh, can I? No, I don't have the paint bucket yet. I need to find... Oh, here. Here you go. Thank you. And I need... God, where was... Here we go. So that one has the canvas and the potted plant has... Oops, sorry, I keep clicking off the game. Can I not interact with this? Up, up, go. Paint jar of paint. Because like, it said this one had the canvas. I mean, is this the canvas maybe? Maybe. I'll still need the plant for the paintbrush, so I guess I'll see again. Is it this one? No, I don't think I can click on it. Oh, it's this one. Here we go. Let's see. Because there's no like... Thanks. It's not this one either. Okay, yes, there's no other... things like that. But the thing is... It can't be that one, because... Yeah. Because if it was that one, then... It doesn't fit, right? Here we go. Okay. Yippee! Now I can open the door over there. Up. I hadn't done like a pure point and click in a while. It's nice. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, canvas. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. God, those are huge rolls of canvas. Also, I hope she has what's it called? Stapler? Yeah. Hi, Helene. I hope she has a stapler, because you can't stretch a canvas over a surface if you can't like staple it to the frame. So I really hope she has also a stapler on her. I mean, she also didn't prep the canvas at all, but I'm guessing it's an already prepped canvas. See, this is the issue with making me play games like these. Like, I know the technicalities behind how this works. It's like, I've been told how to put a canvas over a frame. I've never done it, but I know the logistic of it. And I'm insufferable. Have you started Heated Rivalry yet, Helene? Or not yet? Helene said she would start Heated Rivalry, and I'm very excited. Go where there is no path, for where there is a path of someone else's footsteps, create your own path. I have, I want to do. Oh my god, are you liking it so far? So excited. I need someone to like love them like I love them, you know? That kind of thing. Because the fandom is horrid, so I need someone in my in my court, you know. That's sort of what I'm getting. I know, right? That's so cute. I love it. It's so nice because the offer from the book isn't perfect, obviously, but she's bisexual. She's a bisexual woman, so queer person, and the show was made by a gay man. It's like a small production and everything, like they did it in Canada, because they refused. They had like, I can't remember which network, but the network wanted to buy the show, but if they, I think it might have been Netflix, but if they got it, they would have like asked no like explicit anything before like the last ep or something. And so they were like, fuck this, we're not doing that. And so they did it like as a small, very small production in Canada. And like, I'm so happy they did it like this. It's so perfect. It's so cute. The fandom really made it hard for me to set foot in the show, but I remembered what you said before on how fluffy some moments are. Yesterday I saw someone talk about Shane, and it's the cherry on top for me to get started for. Yeah, you know, Shane is such a sweetheart. Shane is so cute. And Ilya, well, it's bad boy and all that, but like, he has this little thing. Like, they're both so cute. They're just like, I love them so much. And it's, as a gay guy, it's so fucking refreshing to see a show where they're allowed to kiss, they're allowed to fuck, they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want as like two consenting adults without it being weird. You know? It's so nice. It's so fucking nice. I didn't think I'd like Shane as much as I do. Of course, Ilya as well. I feel like that's a given. They're so sweet. I know, right? Shane is so cute. And you can really tell that, fuck. I always mix up the names when I don't have them in front of my eyes. What's the name of the actor? Fuck, that plays Shane. He's... Both are so good. Honestly, both are such good actors. Because Hudson, thank you. Hudson Williams, yes. Hudson is like the opposite of Shane. And when you see him in interviews and like just how he is on red carpets, as I'm sure you've seen around, like, it is so impressive how he acts when you see how different he is from the character. Exact same with Connor's story. He is so different from Ilya to the point where sometimes it really doesn't look like it's the same person playing the role. Like, they're both so good, and I'm so happy they got the big break. Like, genuinely, I'm so happy for them. Like, and they're both clearly like so invested in this show, and so happy about making it. As it's no shame and no nothing about, like, it makes me so happy. Even the composer is a newish Canadian guy. I thought that was fun. Oh, that's so cool. That's so nice. I'm so glad they kept it like so local and stuff. Like, that's so cool. God, I'm so glad you're liking it. But yeah, like, they're just so cute. Like, when you, with what you hear of the show and stuff, you think it's going to just be sex 24/7, but like, when you watch it, you're actually like, okay, no, first of all, the sex makes sense, and second of all, like, it's still just so sweet. The press moment. Like, I never rewatch anything, you know, I never rewatch anything. Like, I'm starting to rewatch more shit, but like, I never rewatch stuff that much, and I want to rewatch it low-key, even though I've like watched it the first time, watched that and Phil react to it. Like, I don't know, I miss them. It's so cute. The press moment is so good, honestly. They're so cute. I love the little, like, I mean, right, obviously rivalry. It's rivals to lovers. It's so well done. It's so fucking cute. Them racing for the stair. Yeah, cuties. Yeah. They're just so fucking cute. I love them so much. God. Like, even when I start, like, I'm a sucker for like romance and gay shit, obviously. And when I started watching it, I was like, I don't know if I'll like it. Like, it feels very, I don't know. Watched it in one night. Watched the entire thing in one night, because like, so good. So good. The music in it as well is really fun, I think. They had, like, there's a few songs. Obviously, there's more well-known songs, but, like, I know there's at least one song from, like, a French singer, and she's, like, a small up-and-coming singer as well. And so, like, when the show was coming out, she was like, that's my song, that's my song. And I think that's so sweet as well. Like, thank you. Thank you for everything. I'm so excited about season 2. I'm so excited about, like, everything they decide to do around this, honestly. Genuinely. Ugh. And now both Hudson and Connor are both getting, like, bigger roles and shit. That makes me so happy. I mean, Connor already kind of had broken in the industry with playing in the Joker 2. A smaller role, but apparently he's really good in it as well. I don't want to watch Fully Others. I don't know if I'll watch it, but yeah. And Connor hadn't. Like, he was a waiter before this. So I'm so happy they're both getting, like, offers and everything. And they're alright, that's crazy. I know, right? That's fucking crazy. That's so fucking crazy. But yeah, the cast is so cute. They're all like so, like, supporting each other and everything. Even though the fandom are trying so hard to make everyone hate everyone, they really are really sweet and have done statements together about like all the bullshit of the fandom and everything, and really stood by each other through this, which is quite nice. There's also, it's a small detail and it's not said in the show, but it's really cute. They also have one of the players, I don't remember if it's in Ilya's or Shane's team, but one of the hockey players that's with them is a trans man. There's like, that's a detail, but you know, that like makes me very happy. And a lot of actual IRL hockey player have spoken out so much afterwards about being gay and a hockey player, and either quitting or coming out and such. Like, honestly, great. Like, as much as people say, oh, this is a show for women, whatever bullshit, you know, it has had real life consequences for the life of queer people. So that's just fully bullshit. The fandom never touching it, even with a stick. Yeah, no. Stay so far away. I'll send you the good edits, and that's all that do. Like, that's all. And the good fan arts, because it's really cute fan art, obviously. I know, right? I'm so happy you started it. God. It's such a good show. It's so important. Honestly, it's so important. And I think it's like at least that I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, as much as people are like, oh yeah, gay people are always on TV, whatever bullshit, you know, even within the gay community, people are like, oh my god, another gay show. This is the only show I know of with two jocks. So like, there's not a twink and someone that's more buff. It's two guys that are very buff, very masked, being in a relationship together, and being allowed to have sex on screen. Like, and the show is around their love story. Like, that's the main thing. The story is their story together. Like, this is the only show I can think of that does this. And does it well as well. Like, actually makes sense and humanizes them. Yes! They're so well-fleshed characters. Shane, autism. It's so annoying how much the fandom babies Shane because of the autism thing, though. It's like, I'm like shaking them in a box. The texting is just so yeah, the texting. You can really tell when the show is set like in IRL time because of the fucking texting. Burn the baby fiction. Truly burn them. No, sorry. I had my thing that went off, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah, truly. I'm really... It's just like a me thing, because you haven't seen The Pit, and obviously Laszlo hasn't seen Heated Rivalry. But like, the fact that there's a clear parallel to be made between a character from one and the character from the other, and I'm like, they're both... I love them both so much. They're both autism rep that love ginger ale, and I'm like, let's go. I actually like a thing about that. It was like, oh my god, my autistic children with ginger ale, and I'm like, yes. But yeah, like, they want a baby Shane Hollander. It's a guy with like a professional skate, like, hockey career for like 10 years. That's... that has like 2 penthouses. You want to baby him? There's a guy that like in episode 1, when they get to his apartment, he's like, oh yeah, I'm buying the one next door. That's the guy you want to baby. Shane just remaking his bed before leaving the gym, like, yes, I know what you are. Yeah. both so much. That's so babies, the both of them. Ah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're liking it and watching it. No worries, have fun too. Keep me updated. I gotta go back to the faux pretentious art game. Okay.
Go where there is no path. For where there is a path, there is someone else's footsteps. Create your own path.
Okay, let's burn it. Up. Yippee, red pigment. I think the thing that like, not pisses me off, but like, makes me squint a little bit about the whole process with this is the fact that like, they're going through the process of like making paint, that kind of stuff, just enough that it's supposed to be realistic, but they can't make it too realistic, and some stuff are just like leaps in realism, and so I'm like, I need it to be like either a lot less or a lot more. You can't, like, it's a weird in between, I feel like you need to, I need to check what it's called in English because I'll keep needing that word. A binder, a paint binder. You keep, they like make you mix paint binder with pigment, which is how you make paint realistically. So that's like, you go through that whole process and putting a canvas on a board and everything, but you don't do them fully, and I think that's what's like ticking me off.
Chop down and clear away every tree which does not bear good fruit. Look past distractions and what is not essential, and your path will be revealed.
God.
The messages I'm getting from this world seem to be about clearing away obstacles in order to move forward.
You don't
finding
say.
a path. I remember a story about a wise man who was pouring tea for an impatient man who had come to visit him because he wanted to know the meaning of life. The wise man kept pouring the tea, while the impatient man kept talking and asking questions, and the tea began to overflow in his cup. The impatient man protested, saying, "Stop, can't you see it's full?" And the wise man said, "Just so, like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I teach you unless you first empty your cup?" I've always liked this story. To empty yourself so that you may be filled with something new.
Coolio. Okay, I can't go through there. Here you go. Like, clearly we're playing an artist, and yet we don't know what the liquid in the jar is, but we know we're making paint with it, so you should know it's paint binder. Like, there's little things like that where I'm like, listen to your heart when she's coming for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where I am. Yeah, no. This is rebirth and I need empty. Oh, here we go. Fuck, where was it? There we go. Did I go through here before? Yeah, well, I got the paint, so that's fine. I think I already have everything I need for this one, no? Yep. I wonder, I mean, it has to be oil. Because because the paint is not drying on the brush, so it has to be oil. But it can't work with oils like that, so it has to be acrylics. But then it can't be acrylics, because if it was acrylics, the second you put it on the brush, it'd be too late. It'd have dry out. That's a Bosch painting, Triumph of Death. Is it Bosch? It's Flemish Renaissance for sure, but I don't think it's Bosch. I might be wrong. I know. Bruegel the Elder. Peter Bruegel the Elder. So it is Flemish Renaissance. That I was right on. I know it's Flemish Renaissance because I hate that style. I have a hard time with Flemish paintings. I don't like the style. Anyways.
Dying to old ways of thinking and being creates a path for new life out of the wasteland. The picture card speaks of dying to old ways to find new life. I'm reminded of something Joseph Campbell once said. Only birth can conquer death. Birth not of the old thing again, but of something new. Within the soul there must be recurrence of birth if we are to experience a rich life. I can't say that I've ever gone through a change so dramatic, but it feels like I'm getting close to something like this. Otherwise, why am I being shown all of this?
I don't know. A thing as well is more red ashes. Ashes. It makes her sound even more pretentious. The fact that she isn't only constantly citing people and being like, I'm remembering this thing. It's the fact that she's doing it, but she has two references. She keeps acting as if she's like this well of knowledge with so much to say and so much that she knows, but she only has two references, and one is one of her professors, I think, Professor Young, and the other one is Joseph Campbell. So it feels like she's even more pretentious because she doesn't have the culture to back up having that kind of thing. I want to check if Joseph Campbell sounds like a real person, so I think it is, but I think it is. Yes. Oh god, it's an American writer. Kill me. Sorry. It's a 20th century American writer and husband of John Erdman. I don't know who that is. He was a professor of literature at Sarah Lawrence College and worked in comparative mythology and comparative religion. What do I know you for? Ah, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. That's him. So he's the one that popularized the idea of the hero cycle that you might have seen a lot of time. I think the best example, like, it's why sometimes a lot of very well-known stories feel the same, because you have in writing a cycle of what the hero does and has to go through. So that's why if you compare Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or The Odyssey, they will all have the same path, because it's like a classic way to write a story, and he talked about it in his book The Hero of 1,000 Faces. Okay, that makes sense then. I was like, why does that name ring? That's why. So yeah, and it's kind of, it doesn't help her though, because that's kind of like the first thing you learn in a literature class. If you take like creative writing in college, that's the first thing they'll teach you. The other guy, though, I don't think he's a real person. Yeah. I found a Swiss historian, so I don't think that's him. But yeah, I might have got the wrong first name though. I'll see if she talks about him again. But yeah. When your two references are number one, the most well-known guy about something ever, and second one is your own professor, I'm like, yeah, no, sorry.
The more you listen, the easier it becomes to hear the voice within. But first, find the key. The notes keep mentioning the key. Keys symbolize power, knowledge, and opportunities. New doors can be opened to opportunities that were once locked and reserved to whoever possessed the key. Janus, the Roman god of gates and wisdom, is sometimes portrayed carrying a key. He was the god of beginnings and ends who could grant new opportunities.
She makes me think of someone who, of art students that like they make their art, their painting specifically. I'm getting lost right now. And and as they make their paintings, they have to then write their artist statement. And when you write an artist statement, you have to justify everything you did in your work. So if it's a painting, if you've like, oh, I've used this and this and this, you have to be like, it's somehow more pretentious than a witness, which is impressive. Yeah. And she makes me feel like a first-year art student having to write artists like justification for every single thing that she does. The issue is she's like this about not just her work but everything in life, and that's insufferable. And I know, because I had to write my artist statement on shit, especially when I did cinema writing for high school. You have to write your scenario, and then you have to write a justification for your scenario of why you use this, why you use that, and explain all of your choices, so that they can grade your scenario. Like, it makes sense, right? And artist statement are kind of like the same thing. It's like, explain, are you able to make art, but also not just make art, but explain your art to people that don't know you or don't know. And usually when you're just starting, it's like, so I put a key because a key is a symbol of Janus, the Roman god of entering and opening, of starting and endings. And I'm like, yeah, I put an apple because it's the fruit of temptation. Like, shut up. And the thing is, I'm the kind of person that's really good at bullshitting that kind of thing. So when I see someone being very, like, base degree about it, it makes me laugh. And I don't mean someone that's actually like, I made this with this intention, like that's like actually has something very interesting to say, and it's really interesting to see the why of the matter. Like, I love that. But someone who's like, I need to make a painting, what could I do? Oh, I know. And then just like the most basic symbolism for everything, and then is like explaining for 10 pages like it's just changed the world, you know? This is going to take me longer than 9 to finish because I have to comment on every single one. Every single time. The character says something insufferable. Okay. Picture of paradise. Yeah, there's lions and praise all around them. I'm sure that's paradise and not like... Yeah.
Where does your greatest passion meet the world's greatest need? This is your vocation and paradise. Vocation as paradise. I once read that the word vocation is rooted in the Latin word for voice. Then perhaps our vocation is
I once read, what were you reading, the fucking dictionary?
It's more of a calling that is heard. It is in listening, not pure willfulness, that our true path is discovered. But how to discern between that voice within and the voices of the wasteland that lead down a false path?
I need to look up something. I'm so sorry. I want to look up the search game. save 70% on the search on Steam. Yeah, you bet. I use the guys that made the game. I'd love to know your age. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's the guys that made it. Jason could be. Digital 3D environment. Oh, he's like director producer. Okay, okay. I was like, is he just the artist? But no. How old are you? Is my question, sir. I wanted to know if you made that game when you were really young. That was my question. There's apparently 2 people that are called Jason Goodby that do shit, so I'm like, which one? You? Definitely not. As little as I remember about the game, the dialogue I don't remember at all, so I must have just skipped it all after a while. Honestly, understandable. I'm only keeping it in because, like, I like to hate on shit, but also just it's kind of funny to me. Every time she speaks, I am so tempted to put it on off, you know. Okay, there's no age or date of birth or anything. Was it your first game though? That's my question. Okay. The search date release game. It has nothing to do with this. Okay, I can't find anything. It's too niche to find anything on this game. But honestly, okay. The guy seems like a 3D artist that then went into making games, which is fine. Lots of people do that very well. But I fear this might be a case of someone who should be making art for games but maybe not making games. I don't know. Hopla. Because then you're like, oh, I should make a game. Well, will I make it about art? And then this is what ends up happening because you're then over-explaining everything and going like ham at it. Which the art is gorgeous. Like the 3D is really pretty, but yeah. Oh, yeah, I have to burn this. Are we going to make colors afterwards? Like color fury?
What you seek is closer than you think. Mirrors symbolize a gateway to truth through inner contemplation and reflection, which allow us to see truths within ourselves. I saw a mirror in a museum once with the inscription, "Be clean and bright, and reflect what is in your heart." I think this points to knowing who you are, so that you can be who you are.
And this mirror is the reason why people hate contemporary art. This is so painful. Because, do you want to know who had a lecture on mirrors in art history throughout the ages in their first year of art school? Me, because it's the first year of art school subject. It was really interesting. But it was also just a 2 hour like a 4 hour lecture on how mirrors have been used through the ages. It was really interesting. And then you can see this is what people take out of it. Oh, fucking hell. Ooh, nice. You know what, Fred?
Mend the split between yourself and the true artist. These
Bishbel.
notes keep mentioning something called the true artist.
Oh, shut up.
I wonder if this is similar to something Jung called the self, which is the unconscious part of ourselves where our true nature lies. In different times, it went by other names. The Greeks called it
Oh,
the
it's a
daemon,
Bible.
and
That's
the
on the
Romans
nose.
called it the genius within each individual. Jung considered that everyone has a sense of wholeness from birth, but loses it early in life. The goal is to consciously rediscover the self. Otherwise, we eventually reach an impasse in one way or another. That must be what this is.
Apparently someone called Carl Gustav Jung, which was psychiatrist from Switzerland, was one of Freud's first disciples. That might be who she is talking about, but I am unsure. But yeah, this on the Bible, like, can you make it more on the nose, please? And I love making shit on the nose. Like, if you read any of my scripts, I am a sucker for symbolism and bullshit. So, like, I know I'm slightly calling myself out as well. But if I were to make something with that kind of, like, storyline, I would maybe not make a point-and-click puzzle game. Or if I made a point-and-click puzzle game with that kind of meaning and shit behind it, I would not make all the meaning be the character speaking to herself. God. Okay, cool. I thought that was a door. Oh, do I have to sew the ticket? As someone who has sewn paper before, that's painful. No? Okay, no, that's not for that. Okay. But I can tell that I need to put a canvas on this, but I don't know what to make the canvas with. Haven't found the canvas yet. Guessing it's somewhere. Everybody. Oh, found the canvas. Loves a woman, so nobody loves me. Lady peaceful, lady happy. That's who I wanna be. All the odds are in my favor. Something's about to begin. It's gonna happen sometime. Maybe this time. Maybe this time I'll win. Up. There we go. How do you know where to go? With all of these corridors, I just click and I hope I'm getting where I'm supposed to go. This is how I've been doing this. Cause like, I don't know.
Now I'm in another world similar to the first, where there is this feeling of a void. But I'm getting the same sense that there may be more to this world that I cannot see just yet.
Because like, also with how short this game is, I'm really wondering if it's not like the guy's first game, because it wouldn't make sense, right? That's quite pretty.
Let the art guide you where it wants to go. Listen. When working with other people's ideas, you don't need to let anything guide you. The plan is mapped out already. To let the art guide you where it wants to go sounds like intuition. I once read that intuition is letting the painting paint itself. That requires a lot of trust in something you can't quite predict or see.
As someone who's done a lot of commissions, that's not true. I mean, an average amount of commissions. Like, you have a lot of people that kind of are just like, I want this vague idea, have fun. I've had people literally just tell me, do whatever you want with this. Especially I have a friend that like I've done a few music cover art for, like album art and singles art. And it was very much just like, hey, listen to the song, do whatever you want with that. And then, of course, like we go back and forth. But like, even if you have someone's very specific idea, you still have to go your own direction and guide yourself. It's not... Except if you do paint by numbers, or the very specific case in which you are an assistant at a painter studio in the 15th century. Not 15th century, but like maybe I don't know, I'm bad with dates, but like old-timey painter's apprentice was the only thing you do is paint in someone else's style for someone else, and you had like these big ateliers with all of these apprentices and these huge, like when you see someone like, for example, Michelangelo or Raphael or Da Vinci less, I think, but all of those painters, you're like, how did they do those huge paintings in such a little amount of time, even though it took them years, you know, but like huge ass paintings? It's because they had other guys working for them who they were teaching painting to. And so the way you train is you paint, you help paint the commissions and shit like that. Except if you do that very specific job, which doesn't exist much today. I mean, except if you're like a colorist on like a comic book or something. But even then, like you make this, like if you're like a mangaka's assistant, maybe. Yes, mangaka's assistant kind of do that. In those very specific cases, you still have to make a lot of creative choices. Like, and I don't think that's what she is. I don't think she's a mangaka assistant. Oh, God.
It is not in the arriving at a definite end or some fixed and finite point, but it's in the never-ending search that we discover who we are to be. The true artist is always in a state of becoming.
God.
The true artist is always in a state of becoming. This is a profound statement. It sounds like the constant need to reinvent oneself. It reminds me of a proverb I once heard. Running water never grows stale.
Oh my God. I need to make sure my character says this is a profound statement in case the player doesn't get it. Oh my fucking God. Most base, like 2014 Tumblr quote bullshit that you thought was deep when you were 11 years old. This is a profound statement. Oh God. I can tell you the reason why she say I know a proverb and not who wrote the proverb is because she has a book of proverbs she's read like thousands of times, and there's just not the authors on it because it's like a bunch of random ass proverbs that were stolen or like invented for the book.
When tasting the fruit of our true essence, the direction of our lives are forever altered, and our souls cannot find peace and fulfillment until we realize our true purpose. To taste the fruit of our true essence sounds like seeing with new eyes. I've never experienced this, but I've heard it's like waking up to a new reality where everything looks and feels different.
God.
Jung
She's even
called
repeating
this
herself.
the process of individuation, where the conscious and the unconscious are united in a person, and one is able to live out their true nature. The person becomes whole.
Yes, you're transgender. Let's move along. Oh god. Oh my god, I found the key.
Love and courage are at the root of a true creative act.
Not
It
true.
is not destructive and is not influenced by any outside pressures, reward, or need to survive.
Also not
But
true.
to create from the love that lies inside is where freedom and truth are found. Your key lies within.
This is pure bullshit, and that's actually annoys me, because this first has the message that like if you're not going from a place of love and courage, you cannot make true art. Have you seen the amount of revolutionary art that comes out of rage, that comes out of anger, that comes out of need, that comes out of sadness, of depression? Granted, it's a very toxic thing to say you need to be sad or angry or have negative emotions to make art. I agree with that, and it's a very stereotypical idea and extremely like popularized idea to say if you're not at a horrible point of your life, you will never make poignant art. That is bullshit. That's not true. But also saying it has to come from love and courage, not from destructive acts. That's just untrue in art history as a whole, and also just in general. If you've ever liked a Van Gogh painting, a lot of his art comes from sadness and depression and mental health issues. Like, literally the most well-known painting in France, La Liberté guidant le peuple, is a painting about the French Revolution. That doesn't come from love and courage. That comes from rage and wanting the world to change. You don't paint that because you fancy it one morning. And a lot of art comes from being pissed off and wanting shit to change. Like, so many revolutionary books, paintings, music comes from places of emotion that are not love nor courage. And also not influenced by any outside pressures. First of all, that's not true. And second of all, that's like such a privileged take. Acting like artists cannot make true art if they're not, as long as they're not pressured to make art. That's unrealistic, and also not seeing art as a job. Because most artists, they have to make art to survive. That doesn't mean they don't love art, it doesn't mean they don't still do it out of wanting to make art and liking to make art. That also just means they need to make art. And without those pressures, a lot of people would just not be making art as well. And you can't say that their art isn't as valid or isn't true art because they had pressures to make it. Reward or need to survive, once again, bullshit. Literally every single, because this is about painting, so I'm saying on painting, right? Every single painting that's well known today either came out of a need to survive, personal need to survive, and most are commissions. Most are commissions from the church. Fucking Michelangelo paintings, Leonardo da Vinci paintings. Mona Lisa was a portrait commission. The 16th Chapel, that's a commission. That's someone that said, hey, can you paint this for me? And the guy was like, yeah. Like, there were most well-known art and loved art and all of that come from a need to survive, a reward, or outside pressures. Because even if you talk about like more modern art or contemporary art when it comes to painting, those come from a need to change the world. Post-World War II, a lot of art, like brutalist art and all that, comes from a need to, first of all, not love and courage. I mean, courage probably, but not love. It comes from a lot. Brutalist art comes specifically from Jewish artists after World War II, who needed, I hope I'm not saying bullshit, but that's what I remember from my lessons, from needing somewhere to place their feelings about what had happened. The Holocaust and the war and all of that. And so all of that art comes from a deep need to talk about what happened. And so that's why a lot of brutalist art is it's something I have a hard time with because of how, well, raw it is. And that's why also we had a lot of movements post-war that then end up being like, oh, this is bullshit, this is fake art, whatever. Like a lot of paintings that are just one color or shapes and that kind of thing, because they needed something that would not be that would change things and also cut the spirit of realism is over everything. And that partly comes from that too. It comes from like a lot of different things at the time and a lot of different philosophical movements that also grew with it, obviously. But that's also one of the reasons why it came from it. The outside pressure is needing to make something new. Like, it's a group of people being like, okay, we need to hold ourselves accountable if we want to make this shit work. Like, from the love that lies inside us, freedom and truth can be found. It's just so far from the reality of everyday artists and also the reality historically of artists. And you can't make a whole game that's about finding your truth and what art is and how you are as an artist and be so far off the mark and so pretentious still. Hi, Sunny. No worries. I've been venting for the past 20 minutes. Hope you're good. But yeah, like, this is such bullshit, and I am so against that message as an artist and as someone who has not that much knowledge about art. I don't consider myself someone that's knowledgeable about art and art history. But like, if you know at least like the littlest amount about art history, you know this entire text is bullshit, and that pisses me off.
Love and courage are at the root of a true creative act. In other words, if we create art simply because we love the act of creating, we are being true to ourselves.
Yeah, and
We
also
are
I'm
free
guessing
from
the love is also
expectations of
paying
what
the
comes
bills.
after, and not dictated by any authority, personal obligations, or survival. And then we know we are on the right path. This idea can apply to everything we do, not just art.
Well, I hope. I love that this game just called every single Renaissance painting, not every single, but like most Renaissance paintings and every single well-known Renaissance paintings that are seen as like this monocle of art. Not art, actually. Not true art. Most music, not true art. Most of every single well-known pieces of art are not true art because they don't come from a true act of creation. Shut the fuck up. Oh, sorry. There's always a point in these games where like I start the game and I'm like, I have to be nice. I can't be mean. Like, this isn't like, it's important. Like, someone put so much work and time into this, and this is the moment where I just like twist and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This is bullshit, and I just go on venting times. God, let me get this, please. Thank you. The game ain't free either. I guess it's not art. You're doing it for a reward. Sorry, not art. Like, exactly. Like, you did this piece, like, you did this game because you wanted to make money, because you wanted to become a video game developer, because you're a 3D artist, because I fucking looked up this guy now, so I know a little bit about him. Like, you didn't make it for fun and bullshit, whatever. You're still advertising it, you're making sales on Steam so it sells better. Like, pisses me off, swear to God. I swear to God, if when I make those three, first of all, that's not... Okay, that's not how paint works. I mean, I guess it's made from a 3D artist. It makes sense to use the computer version of what the primary colors are. But yeah, primary colors, cyan, magenta, yellow. Not red, blue, yellow, cyan, magenta, yellow. And if in computer terms, it's CMYK, so it's cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So mixing green, blue, and red first of all, does not make white, it makes black. It makes, I mean, it's physics, isn't it? It's like the physics, that's the thing that pisses me off. You can't give me the physics definition of color theory in a game about painting. It's physics. That's not how it works in painting. In painting, you cannot create white, you can only create black, and the way you create black is with an even amount of magenta, cyan, and yellow. Pissing me off. What's the point of mixing it with a binder? Yes, I need to... What am I doing? That's not how you make a canvas. I can tell you. If you repair a canvas like this, it's going to be very apparent. Because I can predict... Because... Oh, God. And you didn't prep it or anything. Ah! I'm too much of an art nerd for this. God. You can't do an entire game about painting and then when it comes to color be like, whoopsie, it's a light version of it. Like, fucking hell.
Everyone must stand at the crossroads and decide if they will allow their eyes to be opened to the truth of who they are to become, or be molded into a facade of a self created by the wasteland.
Yeah, because everyone that's working for money or for commissions or trying to make a living as an artist, so they're making what's working. They're not true artists, and therefore they're in the fucking wasteland. Pissing me off, swear to God. You're making realistic 3D art, buddy. You're not exactly like... If it had been Apple, it would have been so on the nose. Literally the reason why I chose this game over the other ones I had on the like waiting list for on the waiting list for the other puzzle games is because I was like, it kind of makes me think of like a few other games I've done visually, and I have good like I like doing those games. I kind of want to do a game in that spirit. Like that's literally the reason I chose that one. And the whole game is about individuality. Why are we going in the basement? With all the bird cages, because you're a caged little bird. What are you, fucking Haikyuu the movie? Okay.
The TV is a modern symbol for an idea I once read about called sequestration. At times, we voluntarily choose to sequester or isolate ourselves from our own true potential by passively accepting and consuming realities other people give us. If taken too far, this can lead us away from a truer reality we can create for ourselves and cause us to do what is not in our true nature, as Joseph Campbell would say. The Wasteland logo on that TV points to this. This is a tricky symbol at times because consuming other realities can lead to new inspirations and better ideas than we could have come up with on our own.
Sequestration. It's just a word in French. Séquestration. That's just been put into the English language like many French words are. It's not an idea. It's a word with a simple definition. It's just a French word. The idea of sequestration. No, sequestration is an actual thing. Like, it's not an idea. It's an actual thing. It's when you take someone, if you kidnap someone, so take someone without their will, against their will, and you harm them while in captivity. That's sequestration. That's just what it means. Like, it's not... Ah. I mean, I don't want to, Why am I back here? Is it the same thing? Okay, I guess I don't want them. Yeah, I'm... Like, it's not surprising to me that's, like, it's not a well-known word in English, because a lot of, like, fancy French words that make their way into English, obviously for French people, it's very obvious, because we know the original word, because it's, like, a word that's used quite often here. It's just, like, a regular word, and you'd have, like, synonyms in English. But then it's like, this was so funny. Is the idea of sequestration? No, it's not an idea. It's not a philosophical meaning of anything. It's just a word. It's a word you didn't know, but it's just a word. I promise you. God. Do I eat? I don't have the berries anymore. I take them back. Thank you. And it's kind of like that, like, bullshit thing, you know, of, well, if I didn't know that word, now that I know that word, I'm superior to you because I've no, like, it's kind of, it's just elitist. A lot of this game is elitist bullshit. Am I stuck here now? Can I eat the berries? Yes. Do I die? Oh yeah, I need to listen. Can you hear it? Okay.
Where before you used to be jagged, now you are elegant and in rhythm with yourself.
Use the arrow keys? I can move now? Oh, arrow keys. Yes. Why can I move now? Well, that's kind of a cool concept. That's cute. I like that.
The true artist lies within you. Go paint your masterpiece.
Jacob's ladder. Was the plot also by you? The bewilderment of the eyes are two kinds and arise from the two causes, either from coming out of the light or from going into the light. Plato's allegory of the cave. Yeah. Everyone's first... Yeah. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. Of course you cite the allegory of the cave. Oh, Carl Jung. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside is awake. Carl Jung. So it is the guy that was, yeah, that was the guy that I found. That was Sigmund Freud's apprentice. Which I don't think is a good thing. Oh, he made the music himself. That's good. I mean, some of it. Art does not reproduce the visible, rather it makes visible. Paul Klee. Paul Klee is a painter. I think modern painter. If you've seen those paintings with lots of different squares of different colors, that's Paul Klee. We're not going on our journey to save the world, but to save ourselves. But in doing that, we save the world. Yeah, it's probably a quote from The Hero of Thousand Faces. Oh no, that's not Klee that I was thinking about. Sorry. Someone else. But you've probably seen stuff like this, but this is Paul Klee. You couldn't see much with my phone visibility. Wait, up. Maybe this would be better. No. Up. Yeah, these kind of paintings. go. I was thinking of someone else, and he's done like a bunch of different stuff. He is from the 19th century, 20th century, sorry. What movement was he in? Expressionism, modern art, cubism, surrealism, the Blue Rider, and Bauhaus architecture. Okay. Bye-bye. Did I get all of the stuff? I'm guessing there's like, if you refuse to go in the thing, then you get another one. Yeah, 8 out of 9. What's the one thing I didn't do? Found a secret ticket machine. Maybe I'll do it, I don't know. Which was pretty very true. That is very true. Ugh. God. No wonder you played 51 minutes and then dipped. I played for twice the time. God, I'll have to go back in with like no audio to just find the secret thing to just do my 100. Okay.